Imagine a world filled with mystery, ambition, and the pursuit of knowledge that borders on madness. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein opens with a scene that immediately grips the audience. The play begins with a ship trapped in ice, deep in the Arctic, where an explorer named Captain Walton is on an expedition to the North Pole. Suddenly, a strange figure appears in the distance, a man, weak and nearly frozen, yet still alive. This man is Victor Frankenstein, and as Walton takes him aboard the ship, Victor begins to recount the harrowing tale that led him to this desolate place, far from civilization. Victor was born into a wealthy family in Geneva, and from an early age, he was fascinated by science, particularly the idea of creating life. His obsession with conquering death led him down a dangerous path. After years of study, Victor discovered a way to bring dead matter to life. He gathered body parts from graveyards and, in a secret laboratory, conducted a horrifying experiment that would forever change the course of his life. Victor created a living being, but instead of the beautiful and perfect creature he imagined, he brought to life a monstrous figure, hideous in appearance. Horrified by what he had done, Victor abandoned the creature, hoping to forget the terrible act. But the creature, though abandoned, was not mindless. It sought love, acceptance, and companionship, but was met only with fear and rejection wherever it went. As Victor tried to move on with his life, the creature's loneliness turned into anger and rage, and it swore revenge on its creator for the misery it had been forced to endure. At this point, let me quickly remind you to subscribe to our channel if you're enjoying this detailed breakdown of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. We have more such amazing content lined up for you, so make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Back to the story, the creature began to target those Victor loved most. It first killed Victor's younger brother, William, and framed a family friend, Justine, for the murder. Justine was executed for a crime she did not commit, and Victor, consumed with guilt, realized the terrible consequences of his creation. However, his fear and shame kept him from revealing the truth. The creature then confronted Victor, demanding that he create a companion for it, someone who would accept it and keep it from a life of eternal loneliness. Initially, Victor agreed, but as he started the process of creating a second being, he was overcome with the fear of what such a pair might do. In a moment of panic, he destroyed the second creature before it could be brought to life. Enraged by this betrayal, the creature swore vengeance once more, vowing to make Victor's life as miserable as possible. It systematically destroyed everything Victor held dear. The creature murdered Victor's best friend, Henry Clerval, and on the night of Victor's wedding to his beloved Elizabeth, it killed her as well. With his life in ruins, Victor became obsessed with hunting down the creature and putting an end to its existence. This quest led him to the frozen Arctic, where he was found by Captain Walton's expedition. As Victor's tale draws to a close, he dies, broken by guilt and despair. Walton, moved by the tragic story, is left to reflect on the dangers of ambition and the pursuit of knowledge without considering the consequences. The creature, filled with remorse over the death of its creator, appears one final time. It expresses its sorrow and regret, knowing that it will forever be alone. In a final act, the creature vows to end its own life by setting itself on fire in the desolate wilderness, disappearing into the ice, leaving Walton and the audience to ponder the haunting questions about the limits of science, the responsibilities of creation, and the consequences of human hubris.